What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and welcome into another video. We're going to be hopping into the Great League with a legend run that I hit with Shadow Typhlosion, Shadow Quagsire, and Chestnut. I had a blast with this team, and Shadow Typhlosion is an absolute beast, being able to one-shot pretty much anything in this meta with Blast Burn. And Shadow Quagsire, even though it did get nerfed with Mudshot, it does absolutely fine in this meta. So let's hop into these battles here. I gained over 150 elo points to get to the legend rank on the second last day of the Go Battle League season. So first matchup, terrible lead here. Gashadon into Typhlosion. Gonna hop into my Quagsire right away, and they are staying in. I'm gonna shield this as a potential Earth Power would do a whole lot of damage, and I'm gonna probably get a shield back here from the second Aquatail. Aquatail does grab the shield, and then they come in with a Dunsparce here, so I'm gonna throw 7 Mudshots here. 7 Mudshots is the proper move timing, 2 into 3 turn fast moves, and get that Aquatail damage, catching the potential Drill Run or Rock Slide here onto the Chestnut. Chestnut's going to be able to resist those moves from Dunsparce, which is absolutely beautiful. The whole point of this team is to kind of draw out any grass or flying types with the Quagsire and have Chestnut completely just destroy in the back. So out comes a Clodsire here with the 1-to-1 shield advantage. I'm hoping that this Frenzy Plan here is going to do a whole lot of damage or get shielded. That would be nice too. Hop back in with a Quagsire. I can no shield this move, but I really want to get this Aquatail off. So they decide to Sludge Bomb bait me, and unfortunately, I don't get enough. I don't get the Aquatail off, and from here, I'm thinking I can let my Chestnut go down. I can farm up to the back-to-back Blast Burns. Hopefully, they don't get another Body Slam off. Mud Slap's doing a whole lot of damage, but I should be able to live a lot of these Poison Stings, and my Typhlosion is now at the back-to-back Thunder Punches. Thunder Punch going to be resisted, but they throw a move here. We have a shield. This Incinerate should be able to knock out the Clodsire, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Got a little bit tight in the end game, but Typhlosion really pulled it out for us. Quagsire being the MVP in that game. So, new Pokemon, Garian Corsola, straight ghost typing. Very, very bulky Pokemon, but let's put its bulk to the test with the Shadow Typhlosion. Thunder Punch coming in, that gets shielded, and then gonna hop into my Quagsire. Gonna no shield this. Nightshade is going to do a lot of damage, but not enough to one-hit KO us, and Quagsire is pretty bulky, and we get to these Aquatails pretty fast. So Aquatail number 1 going to go through and not get shielded. Perfectly fine by me, and I'm going to throw this Aquatail right away at this Primeape. Now, Primeape can run away with this game if it decided to shield, but it didn't. So now we can come back with a Typhlosion, shield up once, get the full Incinerate farm down, and we should have a Thunder Punch locked and loaded for when that Corsola wants to come back in, because I'm pretty sure it did leave with some energy. So I'm going to throw right away here. That was a cap tie here. Thunder Punch going to come in, get the final shield. That was no cap tie. They must have lagged out a turn. Unfortunate for my opponent, but there's an Alolan Sandslash in the back. We have a double super effective superpower. Left, right, good night. Down goes the Alolan Sandslash. They hop back in with a Garian Corsola. Going to shield up this move as I'm going to be able to outpace this Frenzy Plant, as I don't want it to get Astonished down. I did have enough health here on the Typhlosion. I just didn't want to risk it with such low health. So Frenzy Plant going to be enough to take care of that Corsola, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. So hopping into the next matchup. Pretty good matchup here. Dugong into Typhlosion. I'm going to farm up to the Blast Burn here. Throw the Thunder Punch bait. This is probably going to grab the shield, as they probably want to Icy Win us to lower my damage output. But even a debuffed Thunder Punch is going to do maximum damage onto this Dugong. So gonna throw right away, giving them a full Ice Shard, but I'm not really too worried about that, as we do grab bow shields, and if they want to not throw their energy, that's perfectly fine by me. Thunder Punch takes out the Dugong. Out comes a Annihilate with a shield advantage. We should be able to take this game. Quagsire gonna be coming in. The Aquatail is gonna do so much damage. Shadow Quagsire is just the way to go. I have a pretty crappy IV Shadow Quagsire, so even if you don't have the best of IVs, I think it's worth building compared to like a complete busted one. So we're even gonna be able to live those smackdowns and get to this Aquatail versus that Bastion. And from here, I'm gonna come with the Chestnut. 1 superpower should be enough to knock out. So I'm gonna throw 4 more Vine Whips, as Bastion takes forever to get to those moves, and we should almost be at the back-to-back superpowers, although I don't think I need it. This superpower should be enough to knock out. Left, right, good night, Bastion. Give back to the last season, and that's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Hopping into the next matchup here, Dunsparce gonna absolutely get out of here, because we don't want to take any of that rollout damage. And now out comes the Talonflame. So I'm gonna throw, I think that was 8 mud shots, but no, or 7. I can't really, but get the first shield with the Aqua Tail. Gonna throw 2 more, as we don't want to give them a full Incinerate, as that would be absolutely brutal. Should have went for the Stone Edge there, but I'm completely fine with just shielding up this move and going for a full farm down. But then they decide to hop into an Azumarill, so I hop into my Chestnut here. Frenzy Plant is going to do absolutely massive damage. I throw 6 or 7 Vine Whips there, which is the proper move timing, but with all the lag and the switching, it's a little bit hard to count. So from here, I'm really hoping I get the full farm down, which we do. Absolutely beautiful. Back in comes the Talonflame. Gonna throw the Superpower right away. Superpower is gonna take out that Talonflame. We even get to another Superpower against this Dunsparce, and this is gonna do a lot of damage, even though we are debuffed, and we have almost back-to-back Aqua Tails locked and loaded, ready to go. First Aqua Tail, gonna grab the shield, and we can even live this. I think we live this. Yeah, we do live the drill run, and we have the Aqua Tail locked and loaded here. No rollout goes through. I'm pretty sure my opponent just top lefts, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. With the Aqua Tail there, I could have came in with the typhlosion, throwing a couple Incinerates, or just Chestnut it. So, beautiful lead here. Alolan Sandslash, they hop into an Azumarill, and I'm going to hop into my Chestnut here. Going to throw 6, because I'm a little bit late on the swap for proper move timing instead of 7 there. Frenzy Plant does massive damage. We could even live this move, but since I'm going to come out of here with so much energy after we get the full Vine Whip down, that Alolan Sandslash is not going to want to come in, and I'm going to be forced to either see their third, or they're going to get hit with double Superpower. So back in comes the Alolan Sandslash. We are at the back-to-back Superpowers here. This first Superpower would definitely knock out. They end up shielding that. Do they want to double shield the Alolan Sandslash knowing I have a typhlosion? They do not. Left, right, good night. Out comes a Feraligatr here, and Feraligatr is going to get cooked with this Stone Edge if they do not want to shield. So Hydro Cannon, not enough to knock out Quagsire, you absolute beast. Stone Edge comes in, so much damage, almost one-shotting the Feraligatr, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. And a 5-0 set there to get us all the way to Legend. Let's go. You love to see it. The Alistair pose there, I didn't really put it on. The pose that I have, that was my favorite, so I just always keep that one. So next set here, this is the Pikachu Libre set. Gastrodon into Typhlosion. I'm going to swap out to Quagsire right away. My opponent stays in. They don't build up to the Earth Power, so I'm not going to respect it. And then they come in with a Dunsparce. Unfortunately, a lot of lag happened there, so we kind of let a full rollout through, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Again, this opponent is very weak to my Chestnut there, which kind of makes me think that they have a Talonflame in the back. I really wanted to win switch advantage, but then again, I'm going to bring my Chestnut here. Chestnut going to be able to get to this Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant just going to be enough to knock out this Dunsparce here. And where's the Talonflame? It's not a Talonflame, it's a Clodsire. And the good thing is that we're going to be able to outpace to this Blast Burn. Blast Burn is either going to force a shield or knock out this Gastrodon. We force the shield, and from here, gonna no shield everything. We can come back in with the Chestnut, overload on so much energy. I don't even have to shield this move. Do I shield? No. I no shield this move, knowing that the Sludge Bomb is going to be the hardest hitting move left in the game, and they're not going to be able to poison this thing me down before I get the 3 Frenzy Plants. So first Frenzy Plant going to be coming in. We're going to need 3 to knock out. So what I'm going to do is farm up to almost back-to-back here. Second Frenzy Plant, not enough to knock out, but it's going to get them very low, enough to where this third Frenzy Plant is going to be able to knock out, and Chestnut with all that energy is just going to take care of that Clodsire. That's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. I don't think they should have shielded their Gastrodon, but I mean, either way, we had just energy out the wazoo. So Azumarill lead, gonna hop into my Quagsire here. Don't really have a solid response to a Azumarill on the lead. As Chestnut, you don't really want to come in with Chestnut, as it is your harder answer, but I guess you could. There's a case to where you should come into the Chestnut just to get a little bit of Vine Whip damage off, but then there is a Drift back. And oh my gosh, I should have baited here. Because now they're going to get to this Icy Wind before I get to my next move. And I'm not going to shield this because I have to come in with my Typhlosion now. Typhlosion has to put in a lot of work. Going to shield up this move. Probably going to be the Icy Wind. But these Hexes are doing, or not Hexes, these Astonishes are doing so much damage that I'm forced to shield that Icy Wind before, or else they could potentially just Icy or Astonish us all the way down. And then there's a Drapion back there. Drapion is going to win that matchup versus Chestnut. Or it's going to put me to where I have to Superpower to knock them out. So, fortunately, we end up losing that game. Now, out comes an Alolan Ninetales in the next game after a Dunsparce lead. Hopping in my Quagsire, we're going to be able to live this Weather Ball, no problem. Going to bait here with the Aqua Tail, forcing either a shield or my opponent's got Balls of Steel, but they end up shielding. Quite fine by me. I will shield back here. Then I'm going to full send the Stone Edge. I'm going to grab both shields from my opponent or win switch advantage here, which would be very nice. Chestnut loves to be on the Dunsparce, but we grab both shields. Quite fine by me. Good play by my opponent to shield that because they know that I wouldn't have been able to make it to a third Stone Edge there. So gonna no shield this rock slide. We're just gonna overfarm to the point where I have 2 frenzy plants locked and loaded, just in case that Alolan Sands or Alolan Ninetales wants to come back in. Then I have a move locked and loaded to take care of it. So frenzy plant almost knocks out the Dunsparce. I'm gonna go for a full farm down here just so I have even more energy locked and loaded for my opponent. In comes an Oranguru, and then out comes my Typhlosion here. Do I overfarm? I think I throw one more Incinerate here. One Incinerate, just to be able to get to maybe a Thunder Punch if that Alolan Sands or Alolan Ninetales wants to come back in. But the Alolan Ninetales throws right away, and I have to make sure that I have enough energy coming out of here and not get farmed down to have a Frenzy Plant and a Superpower loaded. So Frenzy Plant knocks out the Ninetales. We have the Superpower locked and loaded for that Dunsparce, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Whew, got a little dicey in the end game there, but energy management was crucial. So hopping into the next matchup, Typhlosion into Ariados. You'll love to see this lead, and they hop into a Drifloon right away. I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch, and I should be swapping out into my Quagsire right away, but I make a mistake, and I stay in here with the Typhlosion way too long. I even end up shielding this, and this Icy Wind, and I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch, hoping that we can take care of this Drifloon, but they decide to double shield. And we're in a predicament now. So see, if I come in with my Quagsire after getting that first shield, we have a shield advantage here and possibly being able to get the 2 Stone Edges before they get the 2 Shadow Balls. But Aqua Tail gonna be enough to knock out, and let's see what's in the back. It's a Toxapex and Ariados into my Chestnut. It's not going to be a good matchup, so Stone Edge going to be coming in. That is debuffed, unfortunately, and I have no shields to hide behind. Brian is not going to be able to KO us, but like, what am I going to do here against this Ariados that comes back in? Nothing. Frenzy Plant double resisted, Superpower double resisted, and I can't really do anything against this thing, so I know the game is over. We top left, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. So hopping into the next matchup, Dunsparce into Typhlosion. Again, going to hop into my Quagsire, and they're staying in, which is quite fine by me because I can eat this drill run here. I can come out with this with a bunch of loaded energy. A bunch of lag happens there, which is completely awesome. Throw this Stone Edge here. Stone Edge is going to do some damage against this Azumarill, and I'm going to throw another Stone Edge. If they decide to shield it, it's quite fine by me. I can come in with the Chestnut, or I can come back in with the Typhlosion, which might be the right play to do because all the energy is going to be resisted. So yes, I come in with the Typhlosion. After waiting on my switch clock timer, I'm going to get a full Incinerate farm down, but they decide to hop into a Dunsparce, and they decide to top left. So GG's, well played to my opponent there. We're going to get a 3-2 set, get the Pikachu Libre. Not quite shiny, unfortunately, but yeah, getting to 30-17 here. I think I ended out the night at 30-50 or something like that. So this team, very, very strong, very, very fun to use. I started it at about 28-50-ish around there and just gained all the way to Legend from there. So thank you all so much very much for watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everybody for joining on the live stream last night. And hope you like the content. I'll start making some videos on the new season when it comes around, and we'll see everybody in the next video. Bye-bye.